Gato Berro here, back with another review. Today we were able to get our hands on the Black Widow, and I know we're late, but I'm very excited and I think it's worthy of a review. So here she is in her packaging, which includes her interchangeable hands, her Avengers hair, head, and just her regular Winter Soldier, and the piece of the Mandroid and Black Widow at the bottom of the box. And if we turn on the back, we can see a full prototype picture of her, and her read-up says, former spy and deadly assassin Natasha Romanoff may have read in her ledger, but Black Widow plans to settle accounts. And then we just get an entire row of the entire characters in the entire line, and we completed all of them. So this is the last piece I needed to complete my Mandroid, and let's get her out of her packaging. So this Black Widow comes packaged with a number of accessories, but do not include this goofy looking gun I have her holding, because it is the only one that could fit in her into her trigger fingers. But it does include and two open palms, you can see right here. One of them is attached to her left, and the other one are two trigger fingers. The other one is on her right that you can attach, but they do not have any wrist articulation considering how thin the pegs are and the possibility of breaking them. And the other one include, what you see there is her Winter Soldier head sculpt, which includes her much longer hair. And the other one is this Avengers head sculpt, which just includes the much shorter, like wavier hair that she has, which you can change out if you're wanting to complete her in your Avengers display, which I will just quickly show it to you right now. It's very easy to pop off on ball joints, and it just goes on like that. Personally, I don't like how it looks that much. I'm most likely going to have the Winter Soldier hair, but this one does allow for more articulation. You can see like that, and probably a little bit more back. But for this review, I'm just going to have it on the Winter Soldier head, because that's what I prefer best, and that's what this figure is based off of. Alright, so the head sculpt I think definitely does look like Scarlett Johansson. And the skin tone is pretty dead on too, and the hairs are really nicely sculpted. I think it does have some shading in between all the creases of her hair. It looks really nice. It's kind of waving to the left side, like there's air blowing. And the rest of her sculpt is based on the one time she appeared in this costume during the whole movie, which was during the ship mission or the Latmarian Star. And it's very nicely detailed. Not too much of a big difference from the Avengers, this costume. And then she does have like SHIELD logo right there. It's painted, but it is sculpted like around the circle emblem. And then it does have this entire texture, as most movie costumes do. They go all the way down. It's not really hexagon pattern, but something along those lines. And it does have her stingers on the side, which are painted. I think they're silver or something that differentiates from all the black. And then her gloves do have a lot of wrinkles in them, and her fingers do poke out of the gloves as well. Same on the other side. The torso, we just get one emblem of the Black Widow logo on her belt or along her belly button. And then we also get a zipper, and I'm a sucker for zippers because I always like the detail of the little zigzag lines that go all the way down through it. We just get a black belt at the bottom, and then most people's problem with this one would be the attached guns on the side of her hips, which are not removable, but are not really a problem for me because they do look really thin. Though I do wish there was an actual working holster. We just get some silver buckles right there as well, and then we get some silver and black in between her legs. And then we just get some regular black boots with more zipper details and buckles and whatnot. And then she is using some type of heels, which make her kind of hard to stand, but you would need a base for it. On the back, there's not really much to talk about. It's mostly just kind of flat and grayish. And up to this point, this sculpt was all new to her. Mine is recently at San Diego Comic-Con 2014 at the Hasbro panel. They announced that they were going to be doing a movie, Maria Hill, which was going to be using the exact same mold as this one. I'm pretty sure it's from the legs, but I'm pretty sure from the torso up they probably removed anything that would suggest that it was a Black Widow mold, which I think is smart because they pretty much are both SHIELD agents. Now for her articulation, I'm going to switch the Winter Soldier head off, put Avengers, so you can see articulation. I already showed you can move all the way down and kind of back, kind of tilts a bit. She does have shoulders that go out that much and they go all the way forward as usual. This one has a single joint at the elbow and it swivels. It does have wrist articulation. She has a diaphragm joint that doesn't really move front and back. It does kind of move side to side and it pivots. No waist swivel, and she does have T-joints that go outs and forward. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees. And there's no boot rotation, but her ankles move down and up, and she does have an ankle rocker, which is awesome. This Marvel Legends Black Widow stands exactly almost 6 inches tall. And here she is compared to the Winter Soldier Captain America in his stealth suit, and there you can see he's a bit taller, which is pretty accurate. Even with her heels, he's actually pretty close to his height. And here she is compared to the Winter Soldier, and for some reason he seems a bit taller than Steve Rogers. Maybe that's accurate to the movie, maybe not. So the last thing I didn't mention, which was on purpose, was the Build-A-Figure Mandroid piece, which I do have completed now, and I didn't review all of these figures at once like I should have. But here he is complete because I took my time in completing the entire line. But he is kind of very impressive looking. Though mostly is use of the what's it called? The Ironmonger Build-A-Figure, using the legs up into the bottom of the diaphragm. But then parts like the gauntlets and the torso and obviously the head are different parts. Not bad, not too much paint differentiation. I'm sure you've all seen some reviews of this before. Not too bad. Although army building this is going to be pretty hard with the Black Widow being kind of rare to find. Definitely not bad. I'm happy to have it completed and in my collection. And he is actually quite tall. He would stand at exactly almost 8 inches tall in length. So that's the end of my review. If you ever get a chance to find her, I definitely would recommend you pick her up. And yeah, she's pretty hard to find. Unfortunately, I was able to find a good price on Amazon for $28, and with shipping, it ended up with $41. You know, I was pretty happy that I ordered it until about 2 weeks later when I found it on my flea market for $20. So yeah, that was a little bit of karma, showing that if I had been more patient, I probably would have gotten her for a more cheaper price. But I'm still pretty happy I got her anyway. And yeah, I would totally recommend her. I would give her a 8.5 out of 10. She's definitely not a bad figure, and I think she shows just like the rest of this Infinite Series line for both Spider-Man and Captain America, and the already Guardians of the Galaxy and all the upcoming waves, how Hasbro has improved a lot in their body molds and overall articulation and everything else from Toy Biz. And there's not really much to complain about them anymore. Although there can see some areas where they can improve still. But I'm still pretty happy with what they've been doing with their work. So yeah, that'll do it for my review. This has been Gato Perro. And I will also be uploading a lot of DC Universe Classic figure reviews. So if you're interested, please stay tuned for that. And that will be it.